Good afternoon, Mustangs. Welcome back to the 7th edition of the Millard North Blueview. My name is Jaden Paul, and here with me is Maritika Mukherjee.
In today's episode, we will cover the dance team's latest win at nationals, what it takes to do competitive speech, whether or not Church's Chicken is worth it, and catch up with several students to ask about their spring sports season.
We will also be revealing the prom theme, so stay tuned.
The Millard North dance team has done it again, winning 2 gold medals at nationals. Blueview reporter Maddie McGee went out to find out more about their season and legacy.
The Millard North dance team has been a powerhouse in the dance world for the last 4 years, and the legacy has been building as the team picked up 2 more national titles this season.
This season has definitely been my favorite by far. We absolutely loved our dances this year, which makes everything go by so much smoother and better, and it was just so fun seeing all of that hard work and love on the floor at nationals.
I feel like this season was really just kind of like a demonstration of like our school spirit and like how much like we love like dance and how much we love each other. It was just like something that you will never like get back. It was like the best thing that's ever happened to like all of us, I think.
The dedication to a team like this is a lot different than any other sport. It takes hours and hours of video and full outs to perfect a national level routine, and the girls on the team this year have poured their hearts into making this season one to remember.
Our calendar's like filled like almost every day, so if we're not doing basketball games or have competitions on the weekends, we're practicing. So I think like January is like really the month that is like the hardest for everyone with like, because obviously like on top of school and like outside stuff, which like club dance and everything, it's just like a lot packed onto each other.
Finding a balance between school and dance. Obviously, like dance team is a big commitment. There's a lot of time and a lot of efforts that's put into it.
Performing at nationals comes with many challenges. The adrenaline rush before going on stage and keeping the calm while performing are just a few. The seniors this year took on that challenge and set an example for the younger girls.
Personally, in my role, I just wanted to be there for everyone. Since I'm a senior, they all look up to us, and I just wanted to be there for my teammates in and out of practice.
Your national champions, let's hear it for the Mustangs of Millard North High School.
Bringing home 2 white jackets this year means more than just winning national titles. The Millard North dance team has persevered through challenges and has shown what it truly means to be there for each other no matter what.
I think we're really proud of everything that we did. Our dances grew like a lot since the beginning of the year, and I think that we're proud of where they ended, and I think we're proud of how we got there.
This year we really focused on legacy. All of the past teams have really paved the way for all of our current teams to be so successful, so we really focused on just honoring them and then creating the legacy and continuing it.
It's so like rewarding, and like it's honestly a feeling of like relief, because we obviously like our goal is like this year was to do it for each other, but also like deep down it's like we just want to like make everyone proud, and just we did what we had to do.
This has been Maddie McGee with the Blueview.
It takes a lot of work others may not know of to constantly be on top in forensics. Blueview reporters Simon Damrow and Grace Vidlat caught up with several dedicated students.
Speech is not just a graduation requirement. Some dedicate their time outside school to hone their skills in public speaking and forensics tournaments.
So forensic speech is competitive speech, meaning that I have a speech to present to a judge, and I get judged and critiqued, and then I get ranked from 1st to 6th. And what we do is we go on competitions, usually Fridays and Saturdays, to other schools or even our own where we host, and yeah, we basically just do our speech and we get judged, ranked, and then hopefully we go to finals and get an award.
Before any competing occurs, each individual competitor must choose a category for them to speak in.
There's like 3 different categories of events. So there's like speech writing, where you can write your own speech and present it. And then there's the acting events, where you can do like funny or like dramatic acting pieces that you memorize and like act out. And then there's like limited preparation events, where you like have like 30 minutes to write a speech, like research a speech and then deliver it.
Going into a tournament, each speaker has their own goals set for themselves that they wish to achieve.
I really enjoy tournaments, and I think usually I try to make it my goal to like break into the top 6, if not like place high also. That's usually a goal that I have for myself.
A few of my goals during a competition is always to, of course, go to finals and hopefully place, and as well as just get a lot of criticisms from judges to get my speech better.
Well, a lot of my goals is, to do well, to place at a tournament. And even if not that, I hope to improve on the things that I wanted to improve based off my ballot analysis and improvements.
Even though competing at such an advanced level can be intimidating, the speakers find a way to be ready using their own personal methods.
I usually run my speech at least once a day, which is just like 10 minutes. And if I ever want to make like edits to my speech, then I'll usually just kind of sit down for 30 minutes, maybe make some changes, memorize them, practice running them in front of my parents and stuff, and that way I'll be ready for the tournament.
Some methods that I do to memorize my speech or get better is actually talking to the walls, which is a funny way of saying that I'm just gonna like present to the walls because they're not able to like judge you or critique you in any way.
What I do is I take like a chunk of it, I try to memorize that part, add a little bit more each time, and just keep adding to that, and like chunking, that's what it's called. Just adding bits of it at a time, and that's how I memorize.
Each tournament is a weekly occurrence that takes time and effort from every speaker.
I say it's a very big part of my life. It also takes up a bunch of just like physical time as well, because you're practicing throughout the week and your weekends are mainly filled with forensics tournaments other than Sundays. So yeah, I'd say it's a very big time commitment, but for me, it's worth it.
This has been Simon Damrow and Grace Vidlac with the Blue View.
Church's Chicken has recently made its debut in Omaha, and its popularity continues to rise. Blue View reporters Paul Carlson and Gabe Miller went out to find out if it was worth the hype.
Church's Chicken, a well-known international southern fast food chain, has opened its first official location in the state of Nebraska, right here in Omaha. With so many competitors in the area, Paul Carlson and I, Gabe Miller, made our way up to 168th Street to find out whether waiting in long lines for the chicken was worth it.
Before we begin, a short overview of Church's Chicken is helpful. Started in 1952 by George Church, Church's Chicken was brought to customers through a to-go window. Since then, they have expanded to have thousands of locations all over the United States, one of their newest locations in Omaha. Walking into the Omaha location, the first thing we notice is that it is noticeably small. They are definitely focused on the drive-thru window. Service was very professional, and we were greeted right at the door. We got our food in a reasonable time, and I would like to give props to the store owner who made sure we were taken care of and enjoyed our time.
For the fries, they're a little bland, but fine as an addition to the main course. Some fries were salted more than others, and all of them had a consistency of mushiness, which makes me believe that they've been sitting under the light for way too long. 3.5 out of 10.
We rated the chicken sandwich as a 9.5 out of 10. It is a very simple chicken sandwich with a bun, pickle, mayo, and chicken. I personally loved the chicken sandwich because the flavors combine really well. I would highly recommend this to anyone who's looking for a good, classic chicken sandwich.
As for the chicken strips, they looked quite dry and unappealing, but don't judge a book by its cover. Although the looks were on the negative side, the taste wasn't. Compared to the competitors, the spice variety was definitely there, adding, not taking away from the experience of the chicken. My only wish was that the chicken sizes were more consistent and it wasn't so dry. 6.7 out of 10.
The two sauces I tried were honey barbecue and ranch. Honey barbecue is a really good sauce, and I gave it an 8.2 out of 10 for the smokiness, the hint of spice, and the sweetness. The ranch, on the other hand, I gave it a 2 out of 10. It's very oniony, which is a southern thing to do, but still, it is not my favorite.
For the creamy jalapeno sauce, it wasn't too spicy, though I don't believe the hype on the sauce was warranted, but it isn't terrible. A solid choice that complements the chicken more than the fries. 6 out of 10. Overall, Church's Texas Chicken is a solid 6 out of 10. It's above average in the parts that matter, such as main course quality and service, but falls short on crucial side elements such as the fries that make the experience whole. With the Blue View, this has been Gabe Miller and Paul Carlson.
Spring athletes are gearing up for their season, and Blue View reporters Ashley Heisler and Gracie Bruckner went out and asked the students all about their next few months playing their spring sports.
What is the best part of playing a spring sport?
I think the best part of playing a spring sport is, first of all, spring's my favorite season, and I do love spring weather, but also it's just a nice break from club that goes all year round.
I kind of love that we have it at the end of the year because it makes like the last semester go by a lot faster than it usually would. And you just kind of have the whole year to like condition with your teammates and get to know people before the season actually starts.
The best part of playing a spring sport is that the weather gradually gets nicer, and then by the time the spring season's done, it goes right into the summer season. So it's just a nice gradual flow.
Probably that it gets really nice towards the end of the season.
How do you celebrate in your sport?
I always, and most of us, we always just go in like for the hug with our teammates, and it's just kind of like a nice team celebration.
Am I crazy?
Sure, no, it's fine.
Am I crazy? Is that in the sand or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But let's say like you do like really good. Like what would like?
I don't know, I'd be like, oh my gosh.
We run to the corner when we score, hit a little Sui Ronaldo celebration.
Show me.
Okay, like a maybe a gritty. But.
Oh, okay. Do you have any superstitions?
Personally, I do not have any superstitions, but obviously there's probably some people out there with some, but personally I do not.
What's some superstitions you've heard of on the baseball team?
Not on ours, but I know like people wear the same like socks all season, or
like knock on wood or something. I don't know.
Do you know anyone that does anything weird before a meet?
Well, we give out beads before every meet, like every varsity meet, so.
What is your hype song?
Hype song? I'd have to do Roar by Katy Perry. You know, it's just like a go-to.
Can you sing it?
You're gonna hear me roar.
Honestly, what's your hype song?
Anything by Rihanna, but definitely All of the Lights is probably the top one.
So at Middle North we don't do walk-up songs, so I don't really have a.
Okay, but what would you listen to before a game?
Oh, see, I always listen to country music, but obviously I'll whip out some rap. I usually just listen to what other people listen to. I don't really have a preference.
So what would that song be?
Just re-ask me that question.
And finally, what is your hype song?
We don't really have any hype songs, or we don't have walk-up songs, but if I had to choose one, it would be Superhero by Metro Boomin.
Ritika, have you brought your dress for prom yet?
I would, but I don't know what the theme is.
Oh, well, the theme is actually masquerade.
Thanks for watching, Mustangs. We hope you have a great rest of your day.